Hey guys, okay, so welcome to the video. I think I'm gonna go back onto game. Just have a, oh, okay, it's going on to game. That's good. Yeah, this just game I was looking at earlier, times how it's like somewhere around 18. But yeah, actually guys, I've got Skyrim, as you guys might know. But okay, let's actually watch this video.
How's it going, folks? Now, you know that I love a good special edition Xbox One controller, and we have just announced these two new Shadow controllers. So let's get the boxes open and take a look. Okay, so here we go. We've got the Copper Shadow controller here and the Dusk Shadow controller here. As you can see from the boxes, both of these beauties are sporting a two-tone gradiated design, fading from the color at the top to black at the bottom, which is something that's never been done before on an official Xbox controller, and both colors have this really cool metallic finish. So let's start with the Copper Shadow controller, because it's arguably the most interesting of the two, because I have never seen a color like this on an Xbox controller before. But let's get it open for a closer look, because I think you really need to see the real thing. So here we go.
Yeah.
So the first thing I noticed is that the actual controller in the flesh, I think, looks a bit different from the image on the box. The gradation isn't quite as abrupt as that image, so you get that really nice flow from the copper up top to the black down at the bottom, and the light hits it really nicely. It kind of reacts to the light hitting, so you can see from that sort of angle, it kind of looks predominantly black, but then on the face you get those really nice copper colours coming in there as well. That's an effect I've never really seen on an Xbox controller before, and it kind of reminds me more of like a mad custom paint job on a car or something, so that is really, really cool. Now the colouring and the fading is continued on the back of the controller too, which is a really nice touch, and then your battery hatch and the central spine of the controller on the back is black. Now the triggers and the bumper buttons up here are matte black with a nice soft finish to them, and the copper colour is picked up on the face buttons here as well, which I think looks really premium, that copper colour inlaid into the black of the buttons, and you've always got your little button colour reminders in the middle there if you need a wee reminder. Now, I've got to be honest, when I saw images of the Copper Shadow controller first of all, I wasn't that convinced, but honestly, in the flesh, it's really, really swish, and I think this colour is really unique. The closest thing I can think of that we've had before is like the Chrome Gold Xbox 360 controller and the Special Edition C3PO controller, both of which were really cool, especially the C3PO one, but if we're honest, they were a bit blingy. I think this is much classier. So that's Copper Shadow. Let's put that one back in the box and move on to Dusk Shadow, which I think is probably my favourite, and not just because Dusk Shadow sounds like a musky new fragrance for the modern man.
Beauty, transcendence, twilight, dusk shadow.
So same deal here, the box shows the main colour and that colour fade again. But again, I think the actual controller is even better looking than the box, so let's get it open, check that out. This is why it's my favourite of the two. The Dusk Shadow, I think, just has this really cool dark blue colour. I think it's a lot darker than the box suggests. Now again, you've got that less immediate fade from blue to black than the box suggests. I think it just works so nicely on this. I think it's maybe because the black and the blue colours are kind of closer together. So you get this really nice smoky blue finish across the whole controller as the light hits it differently. And again, it just it reminds me of like a really cool paint job on a car that you might see. So that's wicked. The blue finish is on the back of the controller as well, just like the copper. But again, I think it picks up the blue from top to bottom, I think more than even the Copper Shadow one does. So I really love that. Black on the back, again, nice soft touch on your triggers and bumpers. But my favourite thing about the Dusk Shadow is this blue colour on the face buttons. Again, inlaid really nicely into the black, and I think it really pops really nicely here. Absolutely love it. And of course, since these are the new Xbox One OS controllers, you get your built-in 3.5mm headphone jack, you get your improved bumper buttons, and you get wireless updating as well. And don't forget that you can remap all of your button inputs using the Xbox Accessories app on Xbox and on Windows 10. And of course, batteries are included with both Shadow controllers. Or you can wire in with a USB cable as well if you want to. Right folks, there is your Copper Shadow and your Dusk Shadow Xbox One wireless controllers.